Episode 4 of the Urban Arc Overland Christmas Roadshow. In this episode, I look to finally settle a 6-month eBay dispute. We also have some much needed modifications going on the Volkswagen Transporter T6. Modifications that would have changed this whole roadshow had I have done them at the beginning of the road trip. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that I'm on my way to custom camping to pick up a thermal wrap for my pop top because I have done nothing but complain about how cold the pop top has been. You're wrong. Unfortunately, that is on the list of things to do in the new year. I have simply ran out of time. I've sent my illustrations off to custom camping. They are going to make a proof illustration and send it back to me, make sure I'm happy with it, and I will be visiting custom camping to get a thermal wrap for my pop top because when it's cold, it is cold. So where are we off to? I've mentioned the eBay war that involved buying a set of captain seats from eBay with missing parts. I've also let you guys know that I'm not going to custom camping, not yet. We are at Seamline Automotive. Finally, we have a resolution. I worked out exactly what I wanted to do with the Volkswagen Transporter seats. The guy left such a bad taste in my mouth previously with all of the arguing and the back and forth and the wondering what's going to happen and things like that. Even though I bought the parts to complete the seats, I was at one point just going to build the seats back up till they are complete and then just put them back online. I even went ahead and bought some Golf Mark 7 seats after watching Dan Chambers' video where he installs Golf seats into the Transporter. You can buy some adapter plates from Transporter HQ. They even work with the Rusty Lee swivel bases. I have to have armrests in the Volkswagen Transporter. So I went ahead and bought some armrests and even they cost about £170. So now I've got 2 sets of seats, all of these spare armrests. Then someone said to me, not everyone loves the aftermarket seats. When they go to buy a van, there's something a little bit more pure about having the original Transporter seats. And that played on my mind a little bit. I couldn't get that out of my head. So what I've done, and I'm not sure if this has totally been done before or been shown on YouTube because I couldn't find anything, I used both. So fearing that I might have then ended up with a set of Golf seats which are a dime a dozen on the internet and I would have probably sat on them for ages trying to sell them, I wondered if we could Frankenstein combine the Volkswagen Transporter seat with the Volkswagen Golf backs. Now I know the base is very, very different and that was a no-go, but you see these extra bolsters here. Many companies are doing it. I'm not the first person in any way, shape or form to put a different foam back on a Volkswagen Transporter seat, but these are the Golf Mark 7 backs with the original Transporter bases, seats, all the mechanisms and things like that. So that is a Transporter seat. That's a Transporter seat with extra bolsters to even stay pure to that Volkswagen theme. The seats are covered in the charcoal Alcantara, the Golf R race cloth, and also the Titan cloth that you will find in the Golf 7.5. Instead of going for the R that you would find here, naturally we've got a UAO in there. So I'm going to head downstairs now and strip the front seats out of the Transporter, ready to take the new captain seats here. Seamline Automotive have completed these and they've done an absolutely fantastic job. I will take them outside and I'll show you a better view. I'm going to get the front seats out, like I just said, while the headrests get finished up. We are literally an hour away from settling a 6-month debate on what to do with these seats. Let's go. I am super excited to be finally getting rid of this seat. Oh, now then, I totally forgot about this. I've been traveling around with a 1000-watt inverter, just an Amazon jobby. Literally, plug that in. I have the second auxiliary battery under this seat. So if I needed to, I could have, because this seems to be the most in hack at the moment. Inverter, plug my Clayton straight in. I checked my Clayton this morning. I've been on the road for over a week now and it's still on 30%. I have no form of charging it apart from that inverter while I'm driving as a bit of a sneaky hack. So totally and honestly blown away by that. So that is a hack that's doing the rounds at the moment. Stick an inverter in. Very lucky for me, because like I said, I've got an auxiliary battery under here. So I'm not sure how the camera stuff really went upstairs. If you noticed, I was kind of leaning to one side and kind of hiding myself away in a corner. Now that is because Chris here at Seamline, he's actually doing some work at the moment that requires NDAs. So he is a one-man band, he's just a guy in a workshop, but I liked that. We had conversations backwards and forwards regarding this and that, and he didn't just leave me to make decisions. He used his years of experience telling me what would work and what wouldn't, and I like that. You go to some places and they kind of say, well, they're your seats. He told me the do's and the don'ts and things like that, and he's made this work. I like that one-on-one. So I would definitely advise, if you want some seats reupholstering, he can make them look any way you like. You get that kind of personal touch, and I love that. I will put his credentials in the description below, but for now, because I'd imagine there's a bit of noise transfer from these bolts, I'm gonna get this seat out. Might even play some music. Is there any gold? Full disclosure, that lozenge was actually mine, and I remember dropping it. It's not even been there that long, and dog hair has already miraculously magnetized itself to it. So here is my wiring situation. I found a few GoPro bits I don't think were mine, and 10 pence. While that is out, because I'll never get this chance again, I'm going to scrub that, then I'm going to remove the front seat. You don't need to see me doing any of this. The next time you'll see me, we'll be sat down quite comfortably. So close now. I am fighting because it could tip down at any moment, but it's being good to us at the moment. Both seats are in. I am waiting for one missing piece, one piece of the puzzle, and I am out of here. They look absolutely stunning. Exactly what I wanted, maybe even more than what I wanted. But what it has done is revealed a little hidden nest of all kinds of miscellaneous items that I hid under the double seat base. So I've got to find a new home for that. That was some cleaning material, a spare pair of trainers, loads of random items, that inverter that I managed to bury under that double seat, and now I've got to find a new home for it, unfortunately. That was a bit of a hideaway, like a junk cupboard. Waiting for our last little bit, and then I get to install my seat organizers again, and then I'll take you for a look, I promise. I am over the moon with this, and I am so glad that I have ended up where we are now. That is literally my whole camping kit on a couple of these organizer seat back thingies. Tactic van magnets. Now I think these are supposed to be for pinning your shoes back. I don't think it matters what you use them for. I've been using them as a kitchen roll holder. Absolutely love it. So here he is with the last piece of the puzzle, the last headrest, which he assures me is the worst part of it all. Intricate little bugger. Yes. Right, so I've got to hit the road again. I promise I will show you guys the finished article when I stop, but I am on to the next place. So I've got someone that wants to say a Merry Christmas.
I'm Chris from Seamline, and I'd just like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you very much, mate. I am totally over the moon with these seats. Now, I've got a whole new seating position. I am way up in the sky, and there's a reason for that. Is because at the same time as getting the seats done, we have installed swivel seats, swivel bases. They are CCM or CCJ, because that's all I knew at the time. I've had them in my shed since I had the pop top done. I've had them for months. So the reason I previously said in the intro, my life would have been made a lot easier had I done this install prior to the roadshow, isn't just the comfort of these extra bolsters, which are absolutely glorious, by the way. It's the fact that having the ability to swivel the seats would have opened up the hab area no end. So I'm starting to think that I have attempted this roadshow back to front. So in the first episode, I was driving down country lanes for about 20 minutes in the dark. And then in the third episode, I went and got new headlights from Transporter HQ to improve that situation. Now, pretty much on the last day of the UAO Roadshow, I've got beautiful seats after traveling 1,200 miles, and I'm not sleeping in the van tonight. So the cost of having your seats reupholstered varies because you may choose vinyl. So if you had a pair of captain seats that you wanted recovering in a vinyl, which you can get vinyls now as good as leather, if you wasn't going to have something that was really different and time consuming, you're probably looking at about £800. And then when you go into leather and you go into Alcantara, the price changes. If you're having different seat backs or anything a little bit different, time costs money. That's as simple as that. Leather costs money, Alcantara costs money. So if you are having something that is a little bit different and out of the ordinary, you are going to pay for that no matter where you go. And if someone says that they can recover a set of transport or captain seats for £350, just be wary that you are getting what you think you are getting.
Oh, a mince pie. Yeah, of course. Let me just double check and see if you've got them in. Yeah.
Can I have that warm as well, please?
You want it warm mince pie?
Yes, please.
Yeah, of course. Not a problem, mate. No.
That's it, thank you.
Oh, then.
We just tried it on with everyone.
You ain't tried it on with me, I might pull over.
There we go.
Think there are more calories in this mince pie than there are in a McDonald's Big Mac.
If you just mimic the surface of somebody's work without understanding where they are coming from, your work will never be anything more than a knockoff. Imitation is not flattery.
Amen, brother. What an absolutely delightful drive it is. Whoever said up north was grim? The weather is totally grim, by the way. We have one more stop on the Christmas Roadshow. It's an additional stop. It was an unintended stop, something that has crept up on me for a while. I'm not going to pretend that I haven't been to Volkswagen, and for the last 2 visits they've mentioned that my rear brake pads and discs are looking a bit tired. I've got to admit that they have been telling me that. Been getting a nasty grinding noise from the back of the van and a bit of a smell. We are at Volkswagen T5 Spares. Now, I am not a mechanic in any way, shape or form, but even I know that these bad boys are huge. So once I put my order in at NUTEXA Frictions, he then messaged me and said, you're one of the lucky ones. You've got the oversized front brakes. I'm not sure if that's because it's the T32 or because it's the 204, because it's the 4Motion, because it's got the towing package. I do not know, but all I know is I am blessed with bigger brakes apparently. I got a similar price for a straight swap from TPS, the Volkswagen supplier to all of the trade. Believe it or not, it was more for a straight swap part than it was to go for the better drilled and grooved brake discs. So I'm getting more for less. Oh baby. Now I know this looks like it's been dragged out of a swamp, don't get me wrong, but you can definitely see that's a standard T5, T6 front brake caliper and brake disc setup. Then you go straight over to mine. Yeah, don't take a genius to say that there's more going on there. More stopping power. So with additional NUTEXA friction stopping power, should be stopping on a dime, right? So someone has just turned up to fit a couple of pieces of glass to some of the projects that are here at T5 Spares. And look, I spy with my little eye, camper glass. He knows his stuff, he knows. There may be a little bit of a message in here. It is okay driving up and down the country, getting all the things that I want bolted to the van, but sometimes there's a few things that you need. You've got to take care of the maintenance and the servicing. Brakes are pretty important. That's why I haven't attempted to do these on the driveway, but I'm quite lucky. Not only did I need new brakes, but I also wanted these brakes from NUTEXA Frictions. Now, I actually bumped into the guys at NUTEXA at BusFest 2023. They were on a stand with a friend of mine, Greg, from Black Sheep Mindset. Got an absolutely gorgeous Volkswagen T5.1, totally murdered out, absolutely beautiful. Went over to see Greg, and then I stumbled upon NUTEXA themselves. Absolutely great guys there, and now they have supplied me with exactly what I needed. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, and I'm going to admit, and I'm going to be honest, if your van has got new brakes on it, say it's a brand new van or it's only got 10,000 miles on the clock, I'm not going to stand here and say that you should take them off your van, or maybe I will. Maybe once I've driven this, maybe I'll have a total change of heart. I'm not suggesting that you take perfectly good brakes and change them, but what I probably am suggesting is if it is time to change your brakes, why wouldn't you improve them? Why wouldn't you make them better? If their one job is to stop your van, why wouldn't you do that better than it already does? And like I've already said, this upgrade, even though I'm upgrading, is actually cheaper. We are done, and I am now back on the road because I am now driving home for Christmas. But we have one more person who wants to say Merry Christmas before we go.
Merry Christmas from us at T5 Spares, thank you.
Not everyone wants to be on camera, guys, and you've got to remember that. He's done a sterling job on the brakes, nice and efficient. I can tell that he knows exactly what he's talking about, but he's calling me all kinds of names now because I literally forced him to wish you a Merry Christmas. But Dave from T5 Spares in the north of England. I'll put the credentials in the bottom of the description. If you are up north and you are looking for some work doing on your Volkswagen T5, T6, do give him a shout, he's off. Did you know that there are a similar amount of calories in a Big Mac as there are in a Costa Coffee mince pie? Now, I have just gone through the drive-thru, and if you're wondering why I'm sat in the back of the van, that's because I don't want to wreck my brand new seats. Come on, are you surprised? Look at them. Look how gorgeous these are. I'm scared to sit on them. They are absolutely beautiful. Check this out. So these seat backs are from the Golf, and this is the shape that the Golf would have in its stitching. Exactly how it should be. And what he's done, Chris at Seamline, is he has followed suit. He's followed suit with that same kind of shape, and he's created shape that isn't actually there, because the seat base on a Transporter is actually quite flat and a bit unflattering. It hasn't really got much going on, but he's created these extra shapes to make it suit, so it doesn't, I don't believe it looks too much like two different seats. Some of the ones that are like really like proper bucket seats on the top but share the same base as the Transporter, I think for me personally they're too far apart. But these, and we kept the headrests out of the Golf, so they are a bit more sporty looking with the adjustment button on the back. Honestly, totally over the moon. Totally over the moon. So before I pass you over to some of my dearest friends in this van world community, each one of these people that you're going to see up next are doing something different, whether or not they're vloggers, whether or not they are converters, whether or not they are YouTubers doing exactly the same as me. These are people that I have met through all of this, my YouTube family. I am now heading home to see my family, but you guys, you truly are my YouTube family. And over the last year, this channel has, I want to say skyrocketed, but not from a subscriber's point of view and not from a views point of view, but from the awareness. I mean, look at me. Me and Matt Brook from Volkswagen T5 Upgrades, we're like that with me on top. All right, maybe he's on top. But now I'm working with Transporter HQ. We speak to each other every single night before bedtime. But you get the point. I believe the channel really is going places. And my proudest moment of 2023, of course, is the UAO wheel table. It is absolutely phenomenal. And I've got to tell you, someone emailed me, the guy had 20-inch wheels on a Volkswagen Transporter and it had a lowering kit, and the table didn't quite fit. It was just too low. The guy emailed me and he said he was sat there in the rain contemplating changing his wheels and tires to make the UAO table fit his van. That's how much he loved the table once he received it. When you get your table in your hand, you will see the quality, the craftsmanship, the time, the love that goes into those things. It is my proudest moment of 2023, by no doubt. So I put together a plan to make that tyre table fit hopefully pretty much any vehicle. I have found a solution that our friend with the 20-inch wheels and the lowering kit can actually have a UAO table. And on his van, it looks a little something like this. So yes, if you've ever seen the table and thought to yourself, no, that won't fit, well, maybe take another look at it, because this van has got 20-inch wheels, a 30mm lowering kit, and it now fits. That's my 2023 in a nutshell. The van life community has been so good to me. 99% of people in this niche, in this world, are nothing but nice and honest. There's 1%, you know who you are. I see 2024 as being the year of the collaborations. I have now built up so many friends in this world, some of whom are about to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. If you like the content, if you have enjoyed any moment of this Christmas Roadshow, please consider subscribing. And if you have enjoyed this, the chances are you will like the content from the people you're about to see. It is now time for me to pass the mic, and I'm going to leave you with a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi everyone, it's Chris Lawrence here. I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, which is why I'm in front of the tree. I hope you've had a fantastic 2023, and we'll see you early on in the year, hopefully, with episode number 2 of our 3 Laddies Top Gear Challenge, because we're finally making it.
Merry Yuletide, you lovely lot. So, I just want to say, I hope you're having way too much to eat, way too much to drink, and a great time with all your family, and you're looking forward to the off-road adventures in the vans and stuff in the coming year. Stay safe, everyone. Have fun.
That's Rich from Bug Out Vehicles. You wouldn't know it because he didn't tell you his name. You have one job, mate. Merry Christmas, pal.
Mate, I'm so sorry that we couldn't catch up and meet again in person for your Christmas Roadshow. And you know, I would have loved a special delivery of one of your wicked wheel tables. But unfortunately, I'm stuck here in Spain, all alone for Christmas, trying to get to there, Morocco, where Lindsay is waiting for us on some ridiculous bureaucratic nonsense paperwork for this little pudding. Yeah, don't ask, just follow my channel. But we'll get there. But in the meantime, we'd like to wish you and all your awesome viewers a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from our Van Tales.
Merry Christmas! All the way from Morocco. Mwah!
So cheers for now, and we'll see you all at potentially a festival in the summer. All the best from Tarifa.
I interrupt these beautiful messages to personally thank my lovely, beautiful partner, Ruth. Thank you, babe, for putting up with me for this all-time consuming thing that I've been doing. And a massive thank you to my mum, because when I'm out doing this, she picks up my slack. So thank you, mum, for taking care of our beautiful little boy. Yeah, Christmas making me all emotional.
Hi, I'm Adam from Campervans on the Frith. You probably recognise my face from the greatest video Aidan ever made, where we fitted a diesel heater to his transporter. If you've not seen that, why not? I'd like to wish Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of Aidan's followers and subscribers, and also anyone that follows my pages as well. Merry Christmas.
Hi guys, it's Joe here from MVT. I just want to say a massive thank you for everyone attending this year. What an awesome event it was, and it just shows what an awesome van life community we have got going on right now. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and a very happy new year, and I hope you've got plenty of travel adventures planned for 2024. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.